this round, our viewer will pick a number and we will be reading the question to us for 45 seconds for them to answer our question. Let's begin with viewer number 5. We encourage our audience to please refrain from making noise while our viewer is answering the question. Medyo mahirap po. Are you ready? So, isa lang ang mic natin. So, viewer number 5, your question is actually behind you. As a major ecotourism destination, Antipolo sees heavy food shopping in its nature reserves. How can local tourism generate revenue without overstraining our fragile biological ecosystem? I repeat, as a major ecotourism destination, Antipolo sees heavy food shopping in its nature reserves. How can local tourism generate revenue without overstraining our fragile biological ecosystem? Your 45 seconds begins the moment you open your mouth.
Okay, as a major ecotourism destination, Antipolo sees heavy foot traffic in its nature reserves. How can local tourism regenerate revenue without overstraining our fragile biological ecosystem? As simple as Antipoleños, we have to be responsible enough. And first and foremost, if you are responsible enough, then definitely, there is no problem about traffics. You know, meron tayong codings. And more importantly, us being responsible, if you are responsible enough, knowing what is morality. When we say morality, that is, if you have responsibilities, that is our obligation to know what is right from wrong and what is truly acceptable. If we are responsible, then definitely, we are protecting not just our mother nature, but our future generations. Palagi po natin iisipin na ang magiging ay palagi dapat natin ganito yung mahapon. Salamat po.
Thank you so much, viewer number 5. Let's welcome viewer number 6. And the big question number 7.
Viewer number 6, your question is, plastic waste thrown in Antipolo's waterways flows directly down into Laguna de Bay. How does improper waste management in our Aklan barangays threaten the food security of lowland fishing communities? Once again, plastic waste thrown in Antipolo's waterways flows directly down into Laguna de Bay. How does improper waste management in our Aklan barangay threaten the food security of lowland fishing communities? Yung Tagalog? Okay. Ang mga basurang plastic na itinatapon sa mga daluyan ng tubig sa Antipolo ay direktang napupunta sa Laguna de Bay. Paano nagiging banta sa seguridad sa pagkain ng mga komunidad ng mangingisda sa mababang lugar ang maling pamamahala ng basura sa ating mga barangay na nasa matataas na lugar?
Maraming salamat po. Para sa akin, panatilihin nating malinis ang ating tubig, lalo na ang ating kalikasan. Dahil sa ginawa ko sa Jose 2026, I will encourage everyone, especially young people, na kailangan magkaroon tayo ng malawang kaalaman sa tamang pagtapon ng basura. At kailangan natin itong gamitin para sa ikaunlad ng ating kalikasan, lalo na sa ating tubig. At naniniwala ako na ating itong makakaya, so we can move forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, viewer number 6. Let's now welcome viewer number 7. Please pick your question, your number out. He chose number 10. Here is your question. If you were tasked to protect one earth system in Antipolo, our mountain, our water resources, or our air quality, Which would you prioritize to guarantee the city's future resilience? I repeat, kung ikaw ay maatasa ang pangalagaan ng isa sa mga sistema ng kalikasan sa Antipolo, ang ating mga kabundukan, mga pinagkukunan ng tubig o ang kalidad ng hangin, alin ang iyong unahin upang matiyak ang katatagan ng lungsod sa hinaharap?
Thank you so much for that question. As a Ginoong San Jose, I would probably choose priority about our clean water. Because we know that Antipolo is known as have a beautiful water resources. And as an individual, we need to make sure that we are responsible in conserving our nature. Because if the water is contaminated, it may affect the future generation of this country. I'm standing here in front of you, I want to share something that we need to be responsible enough to our small ways because it will affect our future. Thank you.
Let us now welcome to the hall, number 8. Please pick your number.
Number 4.
As Antipolo replaces open green spaces with concrete and asphalt, our city is losing its famously cool climate. One sustainable design solutions can prevent Antipolo from becoming a heat island. In Tagalog, habang pinapalitan ng konkreto at aspalto ang mga bukas at nadamong espasyo sa Antipolo, nawawala ang kilalang malamig na klima ng ating lungsod. Anong mga solusyon sa disenyong sustainable ang makakapigil sa pagiging heat island ng Antipolo?
Thank you for that wonderful question. If I'm given a chance to propose something that makes our city to be more sustainable again, with a design solution can prevent Antipolo from becoming a heat island. It will be backyard gardening. It's very simple. Sa pagdadaling sa ating bakuran, ay magkakaroon tayo ng abilidad na magkaroon ng mga hapag sa ating kapagkainan. At the same time, we're able to help our community. At the same time, we're able to help our Mother Earth. The Earth giving us everything that we need to live. It's about time to return it back. Not through words alone, but through action. Because at the end of the day, we did not inherit this planet to our ancestors. We borrow it to the next generation.
That is now welcome to your own number 9. Please pick your number, number 9.
Question number 2.
Question number 3. Antipolo is famous for its unique cave systems and limestone landforms. How does quarrying in our geosphere threaten both our local biodiversity and our underground water reservoir? Kilala ang Antipolo sa mga natatanging sistema ng kuweba at ang anyong lupa na gawa sa limestone. Paano nagiging banta ang quarrying sa ating geosphere sa local biodiversity at sa ating mga imbakan ng tubig sa ilalim ng lupa?
Thank you for this wonderful question. I believe that the local biodiversity and our underground water reservoirs management can only be attainable if the government respects both human and our natural resources. And why? As I believe that nowadays, our life is at risk because of the quarrying. As a Rizaleño, we are the ones who are struggling because of it. So as I stand here in front of everyone, I am encouraging you people to stand up for our rights. As I believe that nothing in this world is permanent. But if we take care of something that we love, we can make it last longer. Thanks so much.
Let's welcome Ginoon number 11.